All right.
Type.
Welcome to another episode of Shut Up and DJ. You're supposed to say it with me.
Okay, my bad. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. You are welcome to another episode of Shut Up and DJ. With me today, I have special guest, DJ and professional whistle guy.
I was wondering where we going with that one. Professional, a lot of things.
Professional, a lot of things. Goes by the name Gasai, sort of like a samurai, but and piano samurai / African electronic samurai, you know?
Type.
You
know, who even knows? What does Gasai stand for?
What does Gasai stand for?
You're not gonna find out today.
You're not? I'm not?
Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Because people, you know what's funny? You hear the name Gasai, somebody told me they're like, oh, I thought you were like Ghanaian, you know? It's like Ghanaian, Gasai, you know, some sort of like African DJ. I'm like, first off, I'm Jamaican. So
okay, there's that interesting fact, very fun fact.
I'm actually Jamaican, you know?
Straight up, father and mother.
Yeah. So I'm also quarter Indian, in case anyone needs to know that. Okay. Yeah, this is why.
This complicates the lore, but I feel it.
Yeah, this is why you know, I still like to do those I'm a piano like dancehall edits, you know. Still got a little bit before I got hit by the I'm a piano truck. But yeah, the name it's very nerdy. It's like when I was gaming, I used to watch a lot of anime. There's an anime character named Gasai.
Okay.
And honestly, she's kind of psycho. She has pink hair. I don't know if you guys see like my profile picture right now. It's Goku Black. He has pink hair. I kind of like the color pink, you know? Like a lot of guys don't really like pink. I like pink.
I fuck with pink.
Pink's a fire color. So, and also it kind of goes with the theme, you know? Goku Black, rosé wine, deep piano, wine. Like I just love wine. Anyways, all that to say, Gasai, some Japanese shit. If you translate it, I think it stands for artistic or fire. Like Kasai with a K, I think is fire. Gasai with a G is like artistic. So I kind of just liked when I translated. I was like, yo, this is nice. I like it, you know. And then when I first started, it was Dre Gasai. It was like my screen name for gaming and stuff. But I just dropped off Dre. You know, this sounded more.
It was given more like African DJ.
What, Dre Gasai?
The Gasai.
Oh yeah.
By itself, it's like Masai, but with a G.
Yeah, I kind of just killed the immersion. But
nah. Like I rate the name Gasai.
Yeah.
Speaking of, the first thing I'd like to know is like, why did you start DJing? Why are you a DJ?
Why am I a DJ? I think I've said to the people a couple of times, but I think outside of the pandemic, I needed to get out. My little brother was also DJing at the time. He's so I kind of overtook him. But he said, yo, and also Fire DJ's playing. And then we went to, it was Sorry Not Sorry, and it was Burma and Hangel playing. And they were just spinning some tracks that I never knew could be spun before. And then that just brought me into a whole new world. And I kind of just followed Hangel where she went. The next one was I'm a Problem Caravana edition, because you know I was still Jamaican at the time. So I was like, I'm a Problem Caravana, like let me try this. And I went there.
Mind blown.
Bro.
So I can call you a post-pandemic DJ.
Yeah, post. Not even like, you know, not like before or during, like a lot of DJs, I'm a post. I'm like new school. Not new school, there's no more new school, but yeah.
Because I remember very clearly, like I remember when you came into the function, because like you were just the guy that when you go to most of the functions where there was any piano or Afrobeat, would see you in the front. Yeah,
but that was after like a certain point. I feel like I was still like somewhat shy until like, I'm not sure when I kind of just started going to the front all the time. I'm not sure when it happened, but I kind of overcame that. I think that was another reason I like partying too, is like I was hella introverted. Pandemic happened, you don't even know how to talk to people anymore. So you go to a party, you meet some cool people, you learn how to communicate again. And I, just enjoyed it, just rode that wave.
So you feel like you were an introvert before you became like really involved in the party scene?
Yeah, I want to say I'm still an introvert. You just really good at hiding it. Like, if you see me at the function, you probably see me like, I have my tablet with me today. I bring my tablet to the function. if I'm just not feeling it anymore, I'm gonna find a seat, I'm gonna pull out my tablet, and I'm starting to play video games. Like before, I might have been like dancing and partying like the whole time, but let me get back to my roots, you know? I'm tired, I'm an introvert. Like, I took 3 years of drama class, I think it paid off, but you know, I might have to go back to my roots.
To drama, why did you get into drama?
Drama, I don't know. I think I just had a lot of energy and I just wanted to put it somewhere. I did in early, like not high school, but like middle school, I did everything but like, you know, like the extracurricular, it's not extracurricular, but like, you know, except for like math and, you know, like cool, everybody has to do that. But my interest, I was like, let me go to drama class, let me join band class, let me join steel pan, let me go to piano class, guitar class.
Did all these things, like, have you been able to put them into like your DJ career so far, like being a drummer?
Yeah, and also there was a studio production class, so all of the above. And as you see now, I'm starting to make my own on the piano because a lot of friends in the circle do it, so it's easy to rub off. But yeah, I think it definitely helped with the rhythm, kind of feeling a beat, you know, making sure your stuff is on beat, and you're not like, you know, when you're hearing like two things clashing and you think it's completely fine, like not tone deaf. At least I don't think so. Let me know if I am, but.
No, I don't think you are. Because from the reviews, I've heard several reviews about your DJing, and they've been pretty awesome. I rate it, and for that reason, because that's the kind of research I like to do sometimes. I like to figure out go watch people play, and then I listen to what other people, both people that are in the audience or like fellow DJs, have to say about like this person, and then that's how I know, okay, this person needs to come to like whatever I'm doing. We need to get them to play at, like, let's say like my events or like a Freak Like Me, because that one is more of like a democratic process than anything I do personally.
Yeah.
But that's kind of been the word. And apart from that, there's been like your constant presence in the scene, like either being like there providing energy and like just supporting the DJs. And that's like, that gives everybody some level of like comfort and like joy. So it translates very well to like being a DJ. I assume like that's why you were a DJ, you know, because you had a lot of joy and energy to give, so you decided to spread it on a broader platform, you know.
You know what? That makes sense. I think it just comes down to like the DJs. I'm gonna say, I want to say raised me. It's funny because like if they raised me, I'm only 1 year old, because like I saw them 2023 when I like 2022, 2023 when I started getting into partying again. By 2024, I'm like, I want to DJ. So if anything, I'm still an infant. But I would say, you know, even for yourself, because like going back to the pipeline, right? It was like seeing them at Sorry Not Sorry, Caravana, I'm a Problem, Cruiser Hideout, Actual Cruiser, and then sometime like when it got cold, I specifically remember like November, December, that's when I went to like Freak Like Me for the first time in like Subdivision. That's what they was. Yeah, that place, I think it was like always blue or always red, like the neon lights. It was some underground stuff with some music I never heard. Like it's just hearing these genres you never hear before being spun in a way where nobody like I don't like. When I first started going there, I was like, yo, these guys like Freak Like Me, I've never seen them mess up like a transition. And then there was like the effect stuff I didn't know. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So I kind of just wanted to get like y'all and, you know, kind of put some niche sounds out there. Yeah, just like show that there's more than just like the top, you know, like top 40s, top whatever music that everybody listens to. Because, you know, everybody loves it, but like, damn, when I got into this new world of like new like underground niche different genres, I was like, whoa, there's like too much music. We can't just be, you know, like saying the same stuff in the club every day. Like I gotta put some people on, gotta explore some new stuff, get in there. Yeah, that's pretty much what got me into DJing. Yeah.
So segueing from that, so you mentioned something about like genres. Is that why you started an event called G Piano?
Yeah, you know, that's like, and I feel like I was a little hasty with that one. Like, I haven't even been DJing for, I think my first gig, it was like, I went to Leon Studio in like November. They had like an open decks, a Bantu in December. January, nothing. Actually, I had like 2 events. I did Smoke and Jam and Piano in December. And then January, not sure. February, I'm doing my own event.
So,
Like,
before you continue about G-Piano, are you part of the organizers of Abantu?
yeah, technically, yeah. Like, when it first happened, I was just like a DJ that they were like, hey, sure, you can play because we were friends. And then after that, they were like, yo, that set was like fire, you know, super curated. Because that one was like Quantum, I'm a piano. If you don't know, it's kind of like piano where it's like mostly 808s and stuff. And my set was like full of curated sounds and stuff like that. So like, yo, you were fire, and obviously we're friends, like, you should be a resident. And then from there, we kind of just, you know, started plotting together. And at some point, we were just one unit.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one.
What's the makeup
of the team?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's me, Hans, and Deas, and or Deas, you know, Boru for DJ name, and so like I'm trying to think like what we all do individually. Like we kind of, you know, we all support each other and pretty much like do everything together. I would say Hans has more like handles like the venue kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then I'm kind of like the promo.
Okay.
I started getting into doing promo anyways. Like Hans would do a lot of flyers, like most of the flyers and the logo Hans is doing.
Okay.
And then I'm doing the video specifically now. So yeah, I'm kind of.
You guys have roles divided.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then we kind of just, you know, it's like a well-oiled machine, and then Deas kind of just like glues us all together, brings the people in, you know, and yeah, and then together we just have the vibe. Like it's kind of like a fun, like friends and family kind of function.
Okay.
Yeah, it just feels good to like, what's it called, start something like that and just see it kind of grow, and especially because we were basically like inspired off of other previous events, you know. So it's like we're getting like sunned, like we're like the next, I don't want to say next generation, but you know, it's kind of giving that. Like we're throwing all these like I'm a piano parties. We're trying to just follow the DJs that put us on type of thing and be like, yo, they did something magical. We want to try to give back and do that same type of thing as well.
And enhance it a little bit.
Yeah, you know, put our own spin on it. And even for me, for like my events, like
we got the Bantu sweater on.
yeah, we kind of role swap today.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yo, I was just about to bring it up. Like even for a G piano, like I mostly started because, you know, private school, Kelvin Momo, that kind of soft jazzy piano is not well known. But I love like just electronic genres in general. Deep house. Nobody. Where's the, other than my boy Dill Too Deep, other than my man Dill Too Deep, who is playing deep house, guys? Like we need some more deep house.
So I'll tell you the story of like how I started working with Dylan. When I had a brief to start an Amapiano and Afrobeats night, like a weekly event, I was like, what is the best thing I can do in this particular situation? Like, what can I actually improve about how people do these type of events in the city? And the first thing that came to mind was the fact that most of the DJs that play Amapiano in the city, I could count on one hand how many of them were South African.
Fair.
At least in Toronto. And I thought that was interesting. That maybe we could do just slightly better if the DJs that were playing Amapiano in Toronto were just like, maybe if the percentage increased to 50%, we'll be better off. So I went looking for, I put the word out, I was like, I'm looking for a resident DJ. So I got, because I don't really play Afrobeats even at that time. I was just supposed to be there as like a curator.
Right.
And I decided that my role would be like half Afrobeats and half Amapiano, or like whatever is in between there. Because, you know, Nigeria has their own Amapiano, which is like very controversial. But I decided that I wanted to be in that pocket. But I needed an Afrobeats DJ. I already knew who that was going to be. And then I needed a South African amapiano DJ. So there were probably like only 2 options at that time in mind. So I just had to pick between those 2. And I'd never, up to that point, I'd never seen Dylan DJ.
Oh, wow.
I just heard that he knew what he was doing and he's South African. That was the criteria. And upon meeting him, obviously great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy, great taste in music. And when he then comes, the first thing he's telling me about is like, bro, we need somewhere where we can play deep house. I was like, I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro, but we're in my piano season, my G.
Yo.
Get with the program.
As you can hear, we need some deep house in the 6. We need some deep house, and we need it now.
So we did get to a point where like we tried to start like another event together where the mission will be to play deep house, but that's still coming, you know. We'll get to that. We'll get to some more of that very soon.
Okay. I like the sound of this. I like the sound of this.
But that, to answer your question, that was the general story around it. But more deep house soon. Maybe we'll get to some deep house today. I don't know. But shout out Deal Too Deep.
Yo, shout out my dog, Deal Too Deep. That celebration was deep.
Yeah,
it was deep.
It was deep things. A deeper celebration.
A deeper celebration.
Yeah,
it went deep.
So yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
So riffing off that, in terms of Toronto and our current DJ/event culture, what is the most notable thing you found yourself wanting to contribute? Like, you look at something that's currently existing, you'd be like, this thing has its ups and its downs. I want to like improve something. What is your place?
I want to say, like, when it comes to the parties I'm seeing, this again ties into why I started G Piano. I feel like there's too much focus on, you know, like, how would I explain it? Being not viral, but creating those moments of like just hype and like, yo, let me play this because it's a top track, or, you know, that kind of thing. But again, I just feel like we're missing the part where, oh, sorry, and I need to add bottles, like just selling bottles and this kind of thing. Like, what happened to just going to a function, you know, maybe you just get put on, you're like, I just love this music. You know, actually, I was talking to my friend Ali about this. Shout out Ali, you know, graphic designer. Hi, that man. We were saying, like, what happened to just, you know, like putting people on? Like, he kind of explained it as like, let's say there's like a movie night, movie buffs, you know, people who love movies, they'll go to this event and they're just gonna watch the movie. They're gonna sit there and they're just gonna be in tune with the movie and they're all on the same page. So what happened to that kind of thing for like, or maybe not what happened to it, but that kind of thing for music would be kind of cool, you know? Like, you kind of just go to an event and you don't have to worry about like that kind of culture. You just vibe out, you meet some good friends, you chill, you don't worry about bottles. And that's kind of what I want to see more of, like more of a focus on like community, coming together, and just more love, more energy, less like, I don't want to call it demonic culture, but it's giving demonic culture to me sometimes. So that's the idea, I guess.
I'm going to prod you a little bit on that particular idea you've just spoken about. Have you been able to draw the line between like where our society is headed as a whole and how it affects the music/art industry as a whole? Because I don't think it's particular to the music industry. A lot of things have been affected by just where the world is at this point in time.
Yeah.
And depending on where you live, it translates, it comes across differently. And I feel like in North America, or let's just use our locality as an example. In Toronto, it affects us in a very specific way. The economy is harsh.
Yeah.
So certain things start to like become problems where they might not be somewhere else, like bottle service culture.
Yeah.
I find that in other climes, it's not as much talked about because it's just like normal for you to have bottles in the club. that this is not something that DJs are talking about.
And you mean like, did you say like other like areas, like other places around the world? Or
yeah, other places around the world. Like a few days ago, I was talking to a friend, and in their scene, their local scene, getting a bottle is still an economic choice.
Right.
That if you and a bunch of friends go to the club, it's not because you want to like show off. That's not why you buy a bottle. You buy a bottle because it makes more economic sense than getting 3 shots at the bar.
Is it the same price?
It's cheaper for you to buy a whole bottle.
I mean, like the bottle there is like the same price as here, or probably way more.
No,
way less.
It's way less than here. Different currency and everything.
Right.
So there, if you were to talk to a bunch of DJs in that scene, they won't be like, "Oh my God, bottle service culture," a thing, right?
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
We're just
that
getting
happens.
finessed over here.
Right. So here, if you consider that businesses are taking these approaches to either keeping the lights on or making profit in a capitalistic society, then it now becomes a thing we have to talk about. But does it have anything to do with us as a society or like a scene?
I mean, from what I think I did some research on it. I think it just has to do with like Toronto's like our nightlife ends really early, right? Like if our nightlife went into 5, 6, 7 a.m. without, you having to be very quiet about it, it would be way better for businesses. Like nobody wants to hold a party until no venue wants to hold a party until like 4 or 5, 6 o'clock, whatever. If they can't sell drinks past 2, they're gonna be losing money.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, I'm not sure if that's why maybe that's like one of the factors making, drinks so much more expensive. Like you only sell drinks until 2 o'clock. And if you try to sell it past that, you can, you definitely have like a chance for your place to get shut down or maybe get fined or something like that, whatever the case is. So yeah, I think maybe that's one of the big factors. Like let's say it was easier for venues to make their money. Now we can charge people a more moderate price. Now bar minimum goes down. Now your event like hosts and like party throwers, now we don't have to worry like, damn, I don't need $20 early bird, $30 general admission, all this stuff. I don't have to push bottle service because, like the venue is saying, oh, it's not that bad right now. Like it's a bit cheaper. But yeah, I think everything is cascading and just making it worse, and you get to that point where, it just becomes like, what can you do and what can you show to really push like that kind of culture is, like your event is gonna have that type of stuff. So people wanna come, spend money, buy their bottles, and then you can do it all over again. I mean, that's what it feels like. Again, there's probably like a lot of factors, but I do feel like, if maybe if our nightlife went a bit longer and then venues, they could sell drinks longer, they wouldn't have to charge as much, maybe that would make it a bit easier. But yeah, like I think everyone agrees, like over here, it's nothing compared to other cities or other countries where you can party. Like what do you mean drinks end at 2? That's
Exactly.
like, that myself is like, come on.
Doc Ford, we use God to beg you.
Please.
Change the last call time in Ontario to never.
I want to have a breakfast mimosas instead of brunch.
Right? Like because any respectable city doesn't have like times where liquor ends. Like you can own a club, open it till freaking like Thursday if you want, from open on Friday and close on Thursday if you like.
Yo.
But Toronto, like Canada in general, just
we're behind the
came up
times.
with the idea on last call. Like, these are prohibition era ideas that just still linger because nobody has the administrative ability to like change it. That's all it is. Because if you ask them specifically, like, do you really want to change this? Like, do you really care about this law? Most of them will probably tell you like nobody cares. But it takes a lot of like, it would take a lot for them to change those legislations and say we're moving to a more progressive like society where we don't have limits on how you can consume alcohol. There are obviously pitfalls, like people are worried about like drunk driving, noise, and all that stuff. But everybody else has to deal with the same thing, but somehow they manage.
And it would just be more like another thing I heard is that the nightlife, like arts and parties and stuff, it makes, I don't want to quote it myself and say like the most money, but it contributes like a lot of money towards like towards the city, like nightlife and art and stuff like that. So if the nightlife scene, the art scene is making all this money, you might as well do something to make it easier for even more money to come in and make it easier for the artists and everybody that's involved in there. Because they're profiting so much off of the stuff they're doing, but it's like people are busting their ass to make it happen, going into the negatives to make this stuff happen. Like
the people that's the legacy structure prefers peace and quiet for some weird reason. But I see like conversations are starting to happen about it where people are like, maybe we need to like get rid of these like outdated ideas. Like why does the owner of Rebel Inc. He did an interview randomly at some point talking about like his experience in Europe, and he's always confused as to why we still have those laws in Canada. Like why does his club have to close at 3 a.m.? Why does liquor have to end? Like every other major city doesn't have that. Doesn't have those same laws. It's just like a preference. Like if an owner wants to like end their shit earlier, then they can, but it's not because the government says you have to. Like you can zone things appropriately that it doesn't have to affect people that are sleeping or people that have to get up and go to work the next day. But I guess because Toronto specifically is very like densely populated, so it's much harder to do that, but it's not unachievable.
I feel like it's definitely achievable. And if we make it happen, it would make a lot of people's events, lives. I mean, we do this in the side, we know we're gonna lose money, but it would make a lot of, what's it called, businesses or ideas or things you wanna do in the side even more, not acceptable, but you know what I'm trying to go for, like worth doing. And I think, what's it called, Canada as a whole, we were way higher on like the list of best place to live or how many people enjoy. What's that word called? It's like there's like a list of.
I know the list you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure how
the word is
it.
in my mind at the moment.
Yeah, but basically just like people.
Habitable, top most habitable places in the world.
Something like that. Yeah, how much people like the top most enjoyable places to live, basically. And Canada was decently high up there at some point. Not anymore, but it was. And I feel like if we were to make pushes in that kind of area, it could come back up, you know, like the stuff that brings people joy and makes you actually want to go to your day job, you know.
Third spaces is what people have been talking about a lot. Things that you do outside your work and family life.
Yeah, pretty much. Like if we made that more accessible, easier to make happen, you go to work. Some people go to work refreshed, some people might go to work tossed, but hey.
Renewed energy.
You know.
All right, so we've talked a lot about just, you know, social life and, you know, how you're building stuff. Now let's get a little bit on the lighter side.
Okay.
I see that you've been involved in lots of controversy lately. And the controversy has involved the whistle. You don't have your whistle on today, which is disappointing.
Yeah, you know, I just felt like there's just been so much smoke related to
No, but like, the point of Shut Up and DJ was for us to really confront these issues as they relate to the whistle or to high tempo on my piano. That's really why you're here. You're here to tell me why you were catching. What did you really do that made this nigga so mad?
Honestly, bro, okay. You know what? I'm not gonna talk any smack. I'm not sure.
Are you sure?
Okay. Bro's just mad he can't reach the cereal on top of the fridge. That's what I wanted to say. You see this? Like, they can't see the cereal.
One bro specifically.
I think so. Because what specifically did I do? You hear, everybody has heard me whistle. I've been referred to as the whistle guy. People don't even know me being like, yo, it's the whistle guy.
Whistle guy.
Like, okay, my bad. To be fair, I want to shout out, I'm going to shout out a lot of people today, clearly. I'm going to shout out my boy, the real Moke. I miss you so much, man. XOXO heart emoji.
The real Moke. Come back to Toronto, bro.
Come back.
We miss you.
Yo.
But anyway, continue.
But yeah, like, to me, that was like the real, like, the whistle sensei. Like, that's the whistle guy to me. If someone said, hey, Drake, who's the whistle guy? I'd be like, it's Moke. So, you know, just heavily inspired by my guy. And I, you know, whistle a lot. I used to be Monte and both. I don't know if Moke felt that way, but Monte told me I was ass when I started.
Damn.
And I think I agree.
You know something? I'm really mad about this particular thing, but we have to just live with it. That all the whistle guys are now DJs, which is messed up. Like, why can't we go back to the good old days where the whistle guys were just whistle guys, and there was no whistle guy to DJ pipeline?
Here's the thing, right? The whistle guy to DJ pipeline only happens because the only reason we're whistle guys in the first place is just because we're just so invested in the music. You know, we're just so into the music and just making the vibe happen. I didn't know how to DJ yet, but I could pull up a whistle and, you know, get active with you guys, hype us all up, get us into the action, put us into motion, you know?
I'm so pissed about this particular fact. I wish all the whistle guys had just stayed whistle guy, but it is what it is, you know. Sometimes you can't win everything, you know. I still pull up to a lot of functions as just the whistle guy, and you know, just because I'm a DJ doesn't mean you can't accept me as a whistle guy still. You can do both. You can do both at the same time. But you know, that's not what he's talking about. That's actually what he is talking about. I don't think he likes that. But you know, like, evolution, you got to evolve. Exactly. You know, I agree with that. But then what did you do to, why were you so mad about the Afrobeats DJs, and why did you start throwing tomatoes?
Yo, honestly, that was so funny. We made a whole Ubuntu cinematic universe. There's continuation in this. So it first started when we went to, we went to Tyler ICU, right? And honestly, I wanted to love it. I wanted to love Tyler, like, the entire event as a whole. And I don't want to go out by saying, like, I don't want to roast people. I'm not trying to start fights. This should be.
Oh, I'm trying to start fights. Don't get it twisted.
I do like fighting, though. If it turns into a fight, just know I'm right. But all I want to say, it could be constructive criticism if you take it that way. It's just like, we come to an Amapiano function, right? Well, it's not Amapiano function. It was Afrobeats X Amapiano or something like that, right? But it was Tyler ICU. So if I go to a function where I know Tyler ICU is going to be playing Amapiano, I don't want to hear Nikkei played 2 times before that.
We're back on Nikkei.
We have to, because Nikkei.
We have to come back to this topic, eh?
It always revolves around that song.
Just know that this was the original story about why we started talking about Nikkei. So what happened was Tyler ICU had come into town, and there were a bunch of Afrobeats DJs on the lineup and some Amapiano DJs. And probably like the Amapiano DJs also play Nikkei before Tyler or after.
Yeah, it was the Afro. Yeah, I guess if you call them Amapiano DJs. Do I say
the
names?
people that played like strictly piano versus the hybrid ones?
It wasn't the real Amapiano DJs.
It was just the one guy.
I think there was 2 people.
There was 2 of them, and they both played Nikkei.
Yes. So I heard it twice before Tyler played it.
Damn. There's a general rule, like when a headliner is playing and they have tracks that are popular, you don't play as a supporting DJ. You don't play those tracks. And then to add insults to injury, they now play it out of tempo. You know, the one thing, like if they say, oh, this is the things that Afrobeat DJs do that irks people.
I have the tap tempo. I have the tap tempo on my phone if you mess
Man was
around,
calculating the tempo as they were playing. He was like, offside. Cut off that DJ right there.
I don't want to let you know, I'm not going to say any names, but I was not the first person to do that there. And it's not like they're not part of my crew. I know this person as a friend. They're a good friend. If you know this, if you see this, maybe you'll know who you are. Because there's one person who came to me. They showed me their phone with this in front of their face with the BPM at like 124. While like I'm a piano was playing. We're like, hold on.
If you're an Afrobeat DJ out there, just be careful. We have niggas out here calculating your tempo while you're playing.
I want to preface the reason I have the top tempo because I make edits. So I hear a song, I'm like, is this 100? This is like 105
Listen,
to like whatever. Can I put it on I'm a piano?
We have the tempo police in the building. So we need to, are you gonna develop ideas for tempo police too?
Yo, that would be fun. Yo, Hans, because we already made the whistle license, they'll be in the mail for those who passed.
There'll be a speed
tempo
license.
Police. Yeah, tempo
The speed police.
Interesting.
Install speed cameras.
Yo, let me write that down.
So you know how they have the decibel meter?
Yeah.
We need to have a tempo. We need to have a tempo meter just showing, and then once the thing, the night is a piano night, once it crosses 115,
The music.
the thing we just flag it like,
Okay.
like a siren goes up.
I was thinking it just turns off the music. But I guess a siren. Which one would you rather hear, a siren or 125 BPM piano? I guess the siren, right? Or nothing at all.
I mean,
Hey.
I mean, like, well, let me preface this by saying, like, there is a place for higher. Like, I've thought about it before. Like,
What do you mean by that?
I've thought about this. That I'm a piano as a genre is I'm a piano as a genre, but there is some essence to it that could be used in higher tempos.
I agree with you. Sorry, it sounded like I was fighting you.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting. Like, I don't want to. For the South Africans, don't come for me. I'm gonna try to pronounce it.
Well,
Boom.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that. They be putting log drums in it now.
Yeah.
Fire. So
There is a place, and that kind of music needed to be made, but you still gotta like respect the essence of Amapiano because it has been defined in a certain way. There was an intention behind it. So I guess you should understand when you draw ire from people when it's used out of context and it's annoying. It's kind of like the chipmunk voice. Like when you play certain songs so out of tempo that it now sounds like a chipmunk, then you know that you might be pissing some people off.
you should hopefully realize, yeah.
But it works in some scenarios. Like if you really know what you're doing and you really get it right. It was a thing in some places. Like some people, there are some scenarios where it might work, but you really have to know what you're doing to know when to use that and when not to use that.
Okay.
You get my point?
If it's like an edit, then I guess. If are you doing it live? Like people.
Yeah, this is live. Like you're just like, maybe you're playing drum and bass for some reason and you decide to play, I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night, and you just throw that in there somewhere and it sounds like a chipmunk. I don't know, it could work.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
Or there's one that just came to mind, and it's so funny. It goes like this: is it the Reebok or the Nike? Aye, oh yeah.
Very popular.
I sang it out of lyrics on purpose. It's like, is it the rhythm or this is the rhythm of the night? Yeah, but there was a joke or like a meme somewhere about somebody saying, is it the Reebok? The Nike.
The Reebok or the Nike.
Is it the Reebok or the Nike? So I've heard that played like chipmunk style before on some like tech.
Only imagine how bad that sounds.
I mean, like, is it the Reebok or
Okay.
oh yeah. I need to throw that in the set somewhere, piss somebody off. They say, what is a DJ without taking some risks?
Maybe calculated risk, right? Because I feel like you could.
How about just like on the fly, on a whim?
I would hope you practice some of it, you know? Like maybe you're like, I did this in the practice session. I know this is gonna go triple platinum. Like, let me do it right now. If you're a master, all I'm gonna say is like, I'm not at the level where I would try something like that when it comes to like pitch. I think I'm just a hater on pitching up like anything that much. It depends on what we're talking about.
I have found for better or worse, I've been for the last maybe 2 years, I have the only thing I experiment out is technique. I've shied away from like actually practicing like actual mixes.
Like in your house type of thing?
Like in general.
Okay.
So for better or worse, like everything I do is on the fly. And it's mostly a time thing. Because I used to love just like experimenting with stuff, and then that's what goes into sets, and then you develop things. But these days, like I change my setup so that I can do whatever I think of on the fly.
Oh, because you have like this cool like tech, and you can probably like chop up the vocals on the fly.
Yeah, I can try different things. So I don't do it every time. Like if I want to play like an important set, I will like simplify everything. But just for like general everyday like DJ gigs, I just go off a whim.
Fair.
I just have a crate, I buy new music and just throw on there. Like I would listen to a little bit of it and then I'll just like test out how it works.
Honestly, I agree. My bad. I agree. I do the same thing because I don't know about you, but here's some new music. I listen to it for like good 3-4 minutes. I'm like, this is fire. I can't wait to hear this full song live. Put it in the folder and, you know, sort it by key, play it in key, and then let me just hear it on the speakers, the loudspeakers live. Because I want to play some music for you, but also, you know, like, let me feel the magic you're feeling at the same time. Because this is a good song. I don't know it like that. And you probably don't know it like that either. So we're kind of going through it together. That's kind of how a lot of my sets go as well. Obviously, you know, you throw in the bangers, you know, you got to play some Nikkei. Kidding, don't play that shit anymore. But you got to play like a banger people know. But a lot of the songs, like I would say like 30-40% of the songs I play in a set, I've picked them up. Like I put them in my set yesterday. It's the first time I've ever played it. I heard it like last week, maybe this morning.
If anything, like I've gotten so used to not playing bangers because most of my sets, I don't play alone. So our thing is not really like when I'm playing as part of a freak, like it's not playing bangers. It's just like trying to curate a vibe.
Trust me, I know.
And then when I'm playing, I kind of take the same thing to when I'm playing by myself. I just want to play. I'm in a certain mood. I want to play music that matches that feeling.
Yeah,
like
keep it consistent.
I'm like anti playing music that I think the next person will play.
I rate that. I rate it so heavy because you know there's like so. Would you say? You know, people say as a DJ, your job is to curate for like the crowd, get the crowd jumping, whatever, play what they want to hear. How do you
that is absolutely a thing, but sometimes
for you specifically,
for me specifically, that's not the role I want to play. I want to.
The rules are broken. I can break them too.
I want to be the guy that is called specifically for my opinion.
Like an artist DJ. Yeah.
So I want to play like what I worked on last night that you've never heard before. It might be good, it might be whatever. I'll get that reaction.
Good, maybe shit.
Yeah, I'll get that reaction from you, the audience.
I rate it.
So it's not easy to do because you know people want to hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, it's very like. Obviously, you're going into it, you're unsure of the reaction, but honestly, again, that kind of just goes back to like my main point as well. Like, what happened to just playing some new stuff and putting people on, and just like curating like a new experience, a new vibe. Like, I don't need to hear like that one Ashake song anymore. I've heard it. The guy before me played it. The guy after me is gonna play it. I mean, probably not. I'm not at a party where someone's gonna play that, but I could be. But all I'm saying is, if someone before me or someone after is gonna be playing it thinking, hey, this is peak time, like, this is the song that needs to be played right now. Everybody wants to hear this right now. I'm not putting that in my set ever in my life, ever, unless it's like a really, really, really fire remix. I think if you got your remixes on point, then it's fine. Like, I don't want to go back to water, but unless it's water, like, I'm done.
You're done with water too?
I'm done.
Damn.
There's a lot of good remixes.
Another guy that wants to start, that wants people to die of thirst.
You know, like, it needs to be a drought now. I don't know what to say. There's just too much water. You know, you can die from too much water. You will. It's
what's the word? Is it?
I think it's like mineral poisoning or something.
If you asphyxiation or something like that.
Oh, I'm not sure.
High hydraulic. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm not sure. I think it's some sort of like you have too much of a certain mineral or something. If you drink too much water, it poisons, like probably messes up your kidney or something like that. But regardless, I'm not a scientist. I'm a musical scientist or something like that. So regardless,
doesn't want to drown you. I like to drown in Tyler though.
That's not the conversation at hand.
And that's the one that I thought about, like, don't worry, Tyler, I'm gonna keep playing water because I know what you meant and I know what you were talking about.
You see, if you really rated Tyler, you would play her other songs because she has more songs. That's how you show her that you're ready for her if she ever wants to pull up on you.
No,
you know
I'm talking, make me sweat, make me hard.
Okay, but think about this, right? How many guys came up to her saying that same line? No, she's like, oh, this again? You know what I'm saying? But you pull up to her and you play her like 90s track on the charts. She's like, oh, so you did your research, you know? You gotta spice it up.
Speaking of, I'm actually playing one of my boys' track. This is Stress by The House, Calix, and Jimmy Black. Shout out my boys out in Lagos, making some good on a piano.
Lagos, interesting.
I premiered this one at on my piano.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like they sent me them exclusives back then. It was pretty cool. Well, on literally the first set that Dylan and I played at Kesa was one of the tracks that I played. So
those was a vibe. I can't lie. That was a good time.
I want to go back to that. And now at least once I have funds again, you know, I'm actually push all of that because it's all there. It's just like need someone to go,
like, you mean
put some dollars behind it.
By all you mean like the idea and the name and the
no, like we've collected the documentation of it.
Oh,
so we can
promo.
Yeah, we can push it, and like somebody's gonna discover one, like a Toronto DJ on there.
Yeah,
like, yo, this is cool. This is what's going on in Toronto. This kind of music they were playing as at this point in time. So like that's why I did that, just to have that for posterity. Because you know, one thing I liked, there was a time that Sample Chief did an event, and they used a bunch of clips from Mopiano for each DJ. So that's why that's boys supporting their boys, you know, buying local. So even before Doc Ford and Justin Trudeau started talking about buying local, our people have been buying local.
Tight.
We wear each other's merch.
Yeah.
I show up in an Abantu hoodie. You're pulling up in an ALM hood tee. Yesterday when I went to Sample Chief, I put up in a Sample Chief tee.
I would have done the same.
And I remember, like, when I would do that sometimes, people would be like, yo, like, do you want to be repping somebody else's brand?
Yes, actually.
On your page? Like, are you getting paid for it? I'm like, I don't care. It's like, these are our people.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if we're like, I feel like it's a better story than if I only pulled up in my own merch.
Yeah. It's like, it shows community. You know? It's like, I rate you, you rate me, we love each other's stuff. Like,
so I want to put this out there, like, and this is not self-benefiting. It's just like, I find it a better story. Like, we're seeing what's happening with Drake and Kendrick right now. But imagine a world where, like, we all like bought local. Like you went to like London, for instance, and I could one day wear like an ALMT to rep my own crew or my own brand, but I also pulled up with a cruiser tee. And they'll be like, oh, what's that? It's like, oh, this is a local Toronto collective. Or like I pulled up in this hoodie and I'm like, yeah, this is a local Toronto collective. You've never heard of them? And that way one person hears about it. This, while I was in London and somebody saw the sticker on my computer, they were like, oh, you know Sample Chief? I'm like, yeah, like Oren's my boy. And they're like, yeah, I know Oren too. I was like,
and then you start some cool conversation.
Yeah, you started a conversation, small world.
Yeah.
So the same thing, when I'm in Lagos, I be rocking stuff from Toronto, and now there's like a connection. I dropped, I had this like Mouse Freedom tee.
The Freedom tee?
Yeah.
I thought nobody else had a Freedom tee.
Yeah, I left it in Lagos, so now there's somebody in Lagos just like rocking the Mouse Freedom tee, and now like somebody's gonna see it another time, they'll be like, oh, who's that from? It's like, oh, it's this guy in Toronto that makes these tees. So I find that like a really cool stories, which is why like I insist on like mixing like my personal brand with like other local people stuff. So if you're a local brand collective, send me your merch. That was the catch.
I want them. I can't lie. I will rep people's merch till I die. I don't even know what my headphones are on, but
it's got the Freak Like Me sticker.
2 on there now, actually.
That's fire. That's hardcore.
Got a sticker on my computer. Got one Freedom tee, 2 Cruiser tees, 2 Freak. One is Freak. One is that Sample Chief party. Which one was it? Village Boogie.
Yeah, Village Boogie.
Village Boogie. What else do I have? That might be it so far. No, I have. Yeah, that might be it so far. But it's like 5 brands, but I have like maybe 8 shirts total from them. If I have more money,
you buy
I get more. You know what I'm saying? I would have all of them. But people, if you're not gonna release a shirt, at least release like some stickers or something. Like stickers go far. Trust me. You know people's, they have their laptop, they have their gear full of stickers and whatever. That's all you gotta do at the very least. A sticker.
So
need that.
You know something that before I continue, I was gonna mention, if you're a local collective, I feel like your first strategy whenever you put out anything, whether it's stickers, it's merch, is send it to your friends, like the people in the little scene. If it's like I'm obviously speaking to DJs here, DJ and DJ collective. Send me your merch. I swear, if you send it to me, I'll hold it like I just got signed by Adidas.
Yeah, do like a what's it called, like a opening.
Yeah, exactly. We'll start doing an unboxing session. Yeah, and what's their name? Tractor, Pioneer. Hit your boy up. Alpha T there.
Skull Candy. I've been wearing your headphones for 3 years. I probably got 5 people to buy a pair. Yo, sponsor me. That's it.
and then the next thing I was gonna say is about. What was it I was trying to? I was gonna go to something after the merge.
Well, okay, I'm not sure. I don't think I finished roasting those Afrobeat DJs.
Hey, no, please let's get to it. Let's roast. I'm not going to stand for slander because I'm a Nigerian DJ. I'm not going to stand for the slander, but
honestly, it's constructive criticism, like
constructive.
You go to. I think I already said this part. We're gonna do it again. You go to Tyler ICU. I expect to hear I'm a piano. I don't expect to hear someone else playing his songs before at 120 whatever BPM. That's the first issue. The second, my issue with Afrobeats in general, which is, can y'all get some new crates, bruh? Damn.
Some new crates?
Some new crates.
I mean, let's be fair. Like, I don't know if downtown Toronto is the place to go looking for like proper,
like new
Afrobeat. Like the real guys, they're somewhere else. They're like in Vaughan.
No, okay, nah. In Vaughan, I know it's 2 times worse over there. Like when it comes to music too fast. Like if you guys want to play Afrobeats fast, that's cool. I'm okay with that. Like it's y'all thing. It's just though I don't want to hear that was the most authentic Afrobeat and I'm a piano experience Toronto's ever had. And then I had to hear one beat like that. I'm gonna peel that fast. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a broken record, but you can't say that. And I went to Uncle Waffles. That one, like, as much as Uncle Waffles be dancing, and she doesn't really like play too much new stuff. She can be playing her own music, but like that Wadi Wusa dance. Like
I need to learn some dance moves.
I don't have enough. I don't know enough dance moves. I can't lie. I just be going off vibes. The whistle carries me. I should.
The whistle leads you where you need to go.
Yeah, literally. I kind of just do my own thing, like my own drum pattern. But I would love to learn some more dance moves. I have 2 left feet, so I kind of just watch like shout out Kalo, shout out Jefferson. Who else be dancing? Shout out my MC, Denoza. All you dancers. I just be watching you guys just doing your thing, and I'm like, I can't do that. I'm a trip. Like I have like my hands. I can do stuff with my hands. I can just like upper body but.
So you're one of those people that what's the guy that did that song? Who told you bad man don't dance? Who told you gangsters
don't dance? Even with a whop on my wrist, I dance.
Hey, 2 left feet don't trip when I dance. The girl wants me, I might.
I don't. Yeah. So another reason I like I'm a piano is because I don't remember lyrics. Anyways, yeah. No, I have 2 left feet.
Speaking of remembering lyrics, I'm still mad about last night. This will probably be weeks later now, but yesterday I went to a Sample Chief trivia night, and my team did not win. I was one of I was part of the winners. I consider myself a reigning champion from like the previous trivia nights. I probably like won 2 in a row, something like that.
You need to like hold your place.
Yeah, I was trying to defend
your honor.
Then, when it came to the lyrics section, the controversy was somebody from my team had gone up to go, guess, complete the lyric. So they give you a word,
right? And
you have to finish say the lyric.
Okay.
With that word in it, and it has to be like a black artist.
I'm stressed already.
So the situation was they picked the word bad. So you just guess a song. Right. You do it. Bad is your word. You have 10 seconds.
Bad man, don't dance. We told you bad man don't dance.
Okay, so you would have passed.
Okay, but like you just said that, we just talked about it now. If you gave me another song, I would feel.
Let me give you another word. Fire.
You said 10 seconds?
Wow.
Like
you failed.
Okay, so did you have was that a question too?
Fire. Yeah, I did fire, and I sang Daddy Shoki.
Say it.
Fire in our country.
Okay.
Give me plenty water. You see, more water. We need more.
It always revolves around more water. I mean, make sure you get your fill of water. It's just saying, this is water poisoning's a thing anyway. But.
Okay, so for bad, I had 3 options in my head. The first thing that came to mind was bad and bougie, but I wanted to go African.
Right.
I was trying to keep it African. So the next thing that came to mind was Jessie Jags, Bad Girl.
Okay.
It goes the part that has bad girl in it is deep in the song because the chorus doesn't actually say bad girl, but that one might have been complex because it's in the rap,
right? And so it'd be hard to remember that.
It would be hard to but in the moment, I would have, if that was what I locked onto, I would have remembered it.
Right.
And then there was Files, Olamide, Baddest. I remember and Sherry BT Baddest. So there were so many options.
Look at this. Look at the lyric knowledge.
I used to be a lyric genius.
I can tell.
I used to, especially for rap. So when I was in university, I used to rap. I used to write rap lyrics on Genius.
You would You would try to do the transcription.
Yeah, I used to do it. So like, if you're reading like a lot of like Nigerian rap, I wrote like a lot of those on Genius.
Oh, like actually a decent number.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I used to spend a lot of time like listening to music. I just don't have that habit anymore because I'd be doing like 50 things these days. So it's much harder to like keep up on like little hobbies like that.
Right.
But my best moments was one time when I met this Nigerian rapper. His name is MI.
Okay.
And like, I was sitting across from him and I just felt like I knew so much about like his music. So now like having like a one-on-one conversation with him, one thing it didn't occur to me to like mention this to him, but like when he left, like after he left, then I was talking to someone else and I mentioned, I was like, yo, I should have told him this, that yo, you know that like I transcribed like half of your lyrics on the internet, right?
That would have been a pretty like interesting conversation.
Yeah, but like in that moment, it was just like guy to guy. We didn't really like go into like, I didn't even say anything. I just said like, oh, I'm a big fan. That was it.
Fair. I mean, you don't want to like, this guy probably has what, like 10 people come to him being like, yo, blah, 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 blah. You know, you want to keep it short.
Yeah, it was chill. And I saw him in the same place like multiple times. So like at any of those points, I could have like mentioned it. But like I'll see him, I'm like, yo, MI, what's good?
Yeah, twice.
Around the same time, I also met JJ Okocha.
Who's that?
You're not a football guy, eh?
I'm not.
Okay, it's like legendary footballer.
Oh, okay. That's fire. So you said the same like area?
Like in the same like, this was like 2019.
Okay.
2019, 2020. I would visit Nigeria often that time. So like I'll meet like random people here and there. And you know, I just walk up to them and say hi. I've been training for this shit for a long time. And like confidence through the roof. Like whenever I see any of my idols, I'm always like, yo, I feel so much affinity for this person that when I walk to them, the first thing I would talk about is not the fact that like I love them.
They do their thing.
I would just like, there would just be some random thing about them that I just know that I can use to like spark conversation. So any of my idols, if you ever see this video, just know that like it's a personal connection. We're cool already.
I understand you. You don't know it yet.
You don't know it yet. But I get you in-depthly. So
that's not weird.
I carry that same like energy to even people from around us, like people that I meet I know them from like online, and then meet in person, and we can just like have fucking like long ass conversations like this. So
I aspire. You know, people think, ew, whistle guy, you must be so extroverted. You know, like how do you even do this conversation thing, man? This is why I just let the whistle speak for me. Yo, outside the club, what do words even mean? But hey,
you speaking music over here.
Yeah, literally, I speak in tunes and drums and logs, hi-hats.
So on a scale of shut up to DJing, you are on the DJ end.
Because I feel like I could be on the shut up side too. If by shut up we mean don't want to talk.
Oh, no, sorry. Let me actually structure that scale properly.
Right.
So shut up and DJ is
what we're doing.
Is one extreme.
Okay.
No, we're not shutting up right now. We're doing the ironic thing. We're talking too much.
Right. Doing the opposite. Okay.
Right. We're doing the opposite. And then there's the other end where we could just head down and fucking spin tunes. So on a scale of that, irony to actually shutting up and DJing, where are you?
Honestly, it's like, I want to say 60, like 40% is DJing, 60% is like the shutting up. Because low key, I don't really, you know, like I'm quiet, but then, you know, there's times where you'll just see me yapping on the stories. But yeah, it's a bit different. I guess if it's to other people, if I don't really know you, then I'm not going to be talking to you like that. So the only people who think I talk too much, I probably know you enough where it wouldn't matter if you tell me I talk too much because I know you like that. If you don't know me, you probably think I don't talk at all. So,
because I think it's a brand thing. Because the reason why I do it is, as a DJ, for you to go anywhere, you need to be a brand.
oh, I thought you were gonna say to go anywhere, you need to like talk, network. I'm like, oh,
You need to have a brand, because apart from your pure skills as a DJ, you need a vehicle to drive your talent.
Fair.
So in some way, the whole purpose of this like talk is to present a different aspect of people that are involved in music.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because I definitely would need something like that. It's beneficial.
It's beneficial.
It's needed. It's needed.
So that's kind of like the essence of this. You know, we're not shutting up. We have opinions, we have thoughts and ideas, and you get to see it right here on Shut Up and DJ. Type shit. So with that, I feel like, you know, we've had an interesting conversation. Is there anything else, like, you know,
anything else
that you feel like we're missing here that you haven't? Because I know you had a lot on your chest, you know. Is there anything else you need to get off your chest before we wrap it up?
Anything else I need to get off my chest? I mean, let's see. We talked about how we came up, you know, respect to my elders. Talked about the beef, the tomato, the whistle beef. The whistle beef, I don't even think we fully went on there, but it doesn't matter. That was just funny. All I want to say in general is how I've been feeling recently, you know, like we just need to remember, at least, I guess everybody's a bit different, but I think most of us, you know, need to remember why we got into music in the first place. Maybe it's different for some people, but I feel like we got here because we enjoy music, you know? I don't enjoy beefing with people. So it's funny. Sometimes it's funny to laugh at short people, right?
Definitely.
But
it gets the people going. You get some eyeballs.
Yeah, you know, it gets some, you know, controversy sells and all that, right?
Someone once said, every time Martin Says has an event, he's always starting some beef.
Some beef right before it.
To the person that said that, you know yourself. I heard. But yeah, not that I start beef. I inflame it. I add
you put the oil.
I add fuel to the fire. If you're going to be mentioning my name, I will use that shit to my advantage. Best believe that.
I can sort of agree, because I've definitely used 2 of these beefs to fuel promo by itself.
Fuel it.
Yeah. So,
that's my advice to the general public. If people are going to use your name, if people are going to speak on your name, make sure it doesn't go to waste.
Literally, make some fun out of it, you know? Like, life's short, and if they're gonna give you some free eyes, you better turn it into, you know, something. Turn it into some ticket sales, man.
Yeah, that's the only way, because otherwise I don't be having people's names in my mouth. We have better things to do over here.
Yeah, I was like,
that
why?
It's all fun and games. It's all fun.
Literally, back to the point, we're here for fun. We're here to make some music, you know, enjoy life. As much as I love beef, you know,
I love beef.
I love beef. I was gonna say I also love chicken. That's not the point I'm trying to make. As much as I love beef, you know, we're here to, you know, curate some sounds, make people, you know, put people onto new stuff, make connections, all that stuff. So stop taking life so seriously. We're just play some music, make some friends, you know, enjoy life.
Enjoy life. With that, we'll call it a wrap on Shut Up and DJ.
Shut Up and DJ. I did it again.
You did it. We're gonna just live with it like that.
Okay.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.